John, where are we?
Buffalo?
A drag strip, finally. I guess people will have to sit through the whole video to see this thing actually at a track.
There's some lead in.
There's a bit of lead in. But you know who else is here? Mopar Al.
Go back 6 hours.
It's actually more like a week now though, Al.
Well, I take that back. 7 hours they were late.
Here, hold this for a second. No, the other way. There you go. We had to go back a week to when this started. Hello there.
What up?
You ready to work on cars now that the sun's about to go down?
It's beautiful.
We're not gonna be able to see in like the next hour. So I guess this has to be pretty quick.
Just nail it the first time.
We're about to do one of my least favorite tasks.
Make a big friggin' mess?
Yeah. I am by no means an expert on Holley carburetors, but I can tell you I hate working on them for one simple fact, and this is why I like Edelbrocks over Holleys.
Every time you change anything, you drip fuel over everything?
Every time you change anything, you spill gas everywhere. It's great. Great design. I don't know why they did it like this. We're putting jets in the jet. It's like Exhibit. Yo man, I heard you like jets, so we put jets in your jet so you can jet while you jet. I'll be here all night, folks.
You know, that is such an old meme. That like predates Rickrolling.
Jets. This jet assortment starts at number 64 and goes up to 99. Now, from what I understand, this Track Warrior 750 comes with an 80 in the primary and a 90 in the secondary. And we know this thing's running fat, so we're gonna pull a plug on number 1. Yeah. And we would pull every plug, but we don't have that kind of time. The sun's going down in like an hour, and this is just how we have to do things. So this will be fun. One more thing too, if you're gonna be changing jets on a Holley, do it with the proper tool. This is the actual tool for changing out these jets, and I know a ton of people are gonna say, just use a flathead screwdriver. A flathead screwdriver doesn't have that nub that fits inside of the jet to keep it from slipping. It's the proper tool. It saves you time and heartache from breaking jets and having to go spend money on more jets.
It's usually just easier to have the right tool for the job.
Saves you a lot of headache in the long run. Yeah, it might cost you a couple bucks, but you know.
It's cheaper than the jets.
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper than the jets. I used to have a ton of jets for Holley carburetors back when I used one on my Plymouth, and then when I gave Garrett a 600 Holley, I gave him all my Holley stuff because I was that done with them. And now I've ended up with something else that has a Holley. Everything comes full circle. So while I'm getting my tool bag out of the trunk, I remembered something.
What?
Do you notice the 2 new stickers on our back glass?
Well, this is the first time I've been on this side of the car so far, so no, I didn't.
Big Block 402 and NSB Custom Cars, man. Send us some stickers. Like I said, send us a sticker. I'll put it there. I don't want to see out of that back glass. That way it's plausible deniability for whenever I crash this thing.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
I don't think that's how that works. Just send us your stickers. You only need a couple tools. The biggest problem with me is my tool bag is
falling apart and it's not organized at all.
You need a 5/16 socket and a 5/8 to take off the fuel rail if you have one. I'm gonna find it in here. The sun will probably go down before I find these. I'll probably need that later. That's for when I get angry at it. It's the fits anything wrench. Yeah, I'll probably need that later. Sweet, 5/8. Here's a... What was that?
You'll need these 2.
Oh yeah, for the spark plug, that's kind of important. We'll need that.
Yeah, what was that? Where'd it go?
I don't know, it was something. I guess since it just wanted to leave, it wasn't that important. First things first, I'm not taking that bowl off because I don't feel like getting covered in gasoline yet, so let's pop a plug out of it and see what it's looking like. I look like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill because this is a very, very easy task, but I can assure you, my patience level drops the closer it gets to being dark. Ow!
You know that
that one was in there. Here we go. Yeah, that's fat. That's very fat. Probably not supposed to be that dark. These are NGK Iridium 9 plugs. They're 2 heat ranges colder than normal because this thing's eventually going to get nitrous. And if you're wondering why we use such an expensive plug, it's because that's the only option. They don't make a lot of plugs for Magnums. These are different than LA's. The LA plugs are too big to fit.
There's like 3 options.
There's
right?
like 3. NGK was the best one, and that's fouled as hell. I could go get new plugs. These are on the shelf at O'Reilly's, but I figure we'll lean it out a little bit and then just run the hell out of it to clean it up. Sounds good to me. Definitely fat, definitely gonna have to go a little leaner on the jet. Well, now we get to my favorite part about working on Holleys, and that's the getting covered in gas thing. I've done this quite a few times. What you do is you take a 20-ounce bottle and just cut the bottom off of it. That'll hold all the gas that drips out. Since this car is sitting at an angle, I figure I'll just take that screw out for the bowl and that should drain most of it out, and then we'll frantically grab a towel to get the rest that we missed, because that's what happens every time.
We could just fire it up and run it till it's dry.
You're ruining our chances to collect an insurance check, John. What are you doing? All right, well, here comes the fountain. When you put these back in, you really don't want to over tighten them. You're not helping yourself by over tightening them at all. In fact, you break one of these are special. Like, you have to order them to get them. You can't just get these at Ace Hardware. I've broken a few of them too. Typically, when you go down in jet size, you don't want to go down extreme amounts, but considering how black those plugs are, I'm going to take it from an 80 to a 75. And then I'm going to do the same on the backside. She's probably still going to be fat, but it'll be better than it is.
We'll see.
Something I should also mention, if you're going to be messing around with Holley carburetors, you probably want to keep a set of bowl gaskets in the car at all times, because they don't always come off in one piece, and if that gasket is toast and you're on the side of the road, you are screwed. See, good thing I got more gaskets.
That just tore.
Yep, that was a new one. I replaced this one. I've got a spare down there, but now if we screw it up, then
we'll just have to
go to the parts store.
No, they sell them in like boxes of 50.
That's how much they fail.
That's why the guys told us to put chapstick on them.
Good thing is the material comes off pretty easy. These are Cometics too.
Cometic carburetor gaskets?
Yes. Where's that neat little tool? See, that jet was so tight that if I used a flathead on it, I would have taken material off of it.
That thing fits in there perfect.
Yeah, it does. These jets are 80s.
The literature was correct.
Yes.
Sweet.
Now I need the 75s. We're gonna go 75s. We're gonna start there. Where'd all my jets go? Remember that whole thing
The
about how
white
I
thing
lose
on the
everything?
white thing that has a big red thing on the top of it?
Dude, it wouldn't have mattered if it stood out contrast or not. I'd lose things even if I am looking right at them. Right, somewhere in here I've got extra gaskets. Yeah, see, Cometic. If you're gonna change jets, you're gonna need to keep a stock of these things. If you're gonna do anything to a Holley,
Really?
you're gonna need to keep a stock of these things. I used to keep a ton of them in the Plymouth when it had a Holley on it.
That car just did not like that Holley.
No, it didn't. Edelbrock is just way better than street carburetor. But a Holley is what you use on a race car, so, you know, whatever, I'll deal with it. At least messed with them enough before that I'm not completely lost. You want to make sure that you get your gaskets on these screws, because it will leak otherwise. This will at least lean it up to where I feel a little bit better about running it, because if it's that fat and it's been cruising, it's backfiring through the exhaust. It's very, very fat. Going down 5 jet sizes, it's a pretty significant amount. You can go from there.
If it weren't for the fact that it would require a proper exhaust shop, somebody that's good at welding so it doesn't leak, I would love to put wide bands on this thing.
Are you saying Garrett's not a good welder?
No, I'm saying is that O2 bungs really suck to weld in.
Make sure the fuel rail's tight, because that likes to leak too. You know, it's a hobby, it just leaks.
That's all a carburetor is.
It's just a controlled fuel leak. It's a beautiful controlled fuel leak though. Well, it's gotten dark, but we got in the secondary part. You wanna know how you know this is a race carburetor? It came from the factory with jet extensions. You know what these are for, John?
I have no idea.
These are specifically on the secondary bowls so that when you launch it really hard and all the fuel likes to go all the way to the back of the bowl, that it ensures that this is always getting gas, so it won't run lean. Race car stuff. Now the only thing is I got to figure out how in the hell I'm actually going to get them out. I guess I'll just jam the tool in it. Oh god, where did I put the tool? Why do I do this?
It's next to the jet box on the back of your car.
Does this fit down the jet extension? Yeah, it does.
That makes it worth it.
Yeah, wow, neat. Okay, these are
70s?
90s.
90s?
90s. So we're gonna go to an 85. Let's get this done. Well, this is one of the rare times that the bowl gasket actually held up. So I guess we just need to order some new ones so that we have them for when they inevitably fail.
Yeah, that one's only, that's not gonna come off clean next time.
This one's not gonna come off again in one piece. We got lucky.
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah, we'll get another one. 5. We'll get another 5. 6.
Some.
6. A lot. We're gonna buy a lot. I guess we'll just throw this thing on and we'll be tuning throughout the week. So we'll come back to it another day.
Okay.
Welcome to Thursday afternoon. Sorry if you hear jets going around. I live in Nashville and pretty much everywhere is in a flight path, so this is difficult to get quiet completely. Well, that was unnecessary. It's a beautiful afternoon, which is great. Unfortunately, that means that there's tons of people out enjoying the day, and I can't take this car to my favorite deserted road to harp on it and really see what it's doing, because the local high school has their marching band practicing in a lot right next to it, and I really don't want to be that guy and just ruin their day. So I'm gonna be nice, and I'm just gonna drive it around like a normal person, like we pretty much have been the whole time. The adjustments I made the other day have proven to make a bit of a difference, actually. The car is no longer backfiring through the exhaust nearly as much, and I'm gonna say that the jets made a difference. I have no idea how to really tune anything though on this level, so don't take my word for it. You should probably fact check everything I say. Although I am led to believe that because the jets in it are now smaller, it's letting less gas through, and that means that less is making it into the exhaust unburned, and it's not popping out the exhaust anymore. May wonder why I'm just walking around holding the camera instead of like doing stuff. That's because I'm the only one here right now. John is a couple hours away picking up something. I imagine it's Cadillac related, so that's gonna be neat. But I can show you the modest bit of work that I got done, and that is I put in the fire extinguisher, which effectively means that I am not going to get an insurance check from this thing catching fire. I am never going to financially recover from this car. The weather forecast is turning out to look great, and this car is going to go to the track on Saturday. We're going to be going to Mopar on Sunday, but this car is not going because of that horribly cracked windshield. However, the track is going to be a lot of fun on Saturday with Mopar Al and all of us hanging out and seeing what this thing will do, and I'll actually be able to, you know, figure out where I need to tune on. And also, it will be getting a new set of plugs because these are fouled. I know I need to put a new set in it before I can really start tuning on it. I'm not ready to buy plugs yet, so we'll just see what we can do with what we got, and then later on we'll change them, and then we'll just go from there. You know, we'll figure it out. When we do go to the track, I will have a GoPro mount in the car. I can't decide if I'm going to put it there because, you know, the fire extinguisher is kind of there, or if I can put it like right there on the dash, or where, I don't know. Either way, you guys will be along for the ride. I don't know how impressive it's gonna be, because when the camera's in the car and it's moving and you're not like feeling the G's or anything, it's not the same. So we'll see, it'll still be cool. I hear you've been on an adventure today.
Getting kind of sleepy.
How far did you go?
330 miles round trip.
Oh God, in this thing?
Yeah.
That's awful.
I stopped on the way and checked all my fluids, and you know.
Did it have any?
No.
Oh, that's good.
So I topped it up, and it was a lot happier the whole way there.
Oh, good.
Getting this in the back of this truck by myself was a little difficult.
This tarp, what is this?
Might as well have been a dead freaking body.
Is it Garrett?
I purchased this in May or June.
I'm gonna take a guess and say these are Cadillac parts.
It is
Oh my God, that's a whole front bumper.
almost completely rust-free.
That is
Like
just
the back
unheard
side
of.
of it looks good. The grills are in the truck.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see those. Oh man.
There's a couple places where it could use a little bit of straightening out, like right here at the end here, but
Yeah, but your grill is like, it hit a bollard post and the whole thing is just messed up.
yeah.
Anything is an improvement. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, that car's gonna look so good with this stuff on it. It's gonna look like a Cadillac instead of a Cadillac luster.
It's gonna look like my neighbors won't hate me, or they'll hate me less. I don't care.
I'll still hate you.
Forgot how I put them in here. They just barely fit.
Professional packing materials. You know that increases the price by like $3 grand. Just that badge.
It's a shame that it's really crooked.
They let you keep a fifth of whiskey in your desk at work in the 60s. What do you expect?
I've had a couple of handles in my desk at work in the 2020s, depending on where I'm at.
That's not because it's culturally accepted as much as that's just how you have to deal with being a millennial.
But yeah, getting
Oh, wait,
that-
what?
Oh, yeah, this was
What?
left in the back of my truck and it got rained on, so it got ruined.
Ah!
Yeah.
I was gonna sell that on eBay for like $3 million. While you've been picking this stuff up, I spent some time on the jet.
What you did?
I put a fire extinguisher in, and then pretty much nothing else. I just kind of drove it, and then walked around a parking lot with a camera like an idiot.
Oh, that's par for the course.
Yeah, I can tell you though, it is driving a lot smoother with the jet adjustment we made, but there's going to be a lot of tuning left to do. It still kind of backfires through the exhaust a little bit.
Maybe a lot to do with the exhaust leak.
But we're not really going to know until we get a new set of plugs. And I don't think we really need to buy another set of plugs yet because, you know, those are still working fine. They're just fouled. So maybe they'll clean up once we run a little bit.
If they're still sparking and you're not getting misfires, they're fine.
I've had the same set of plugs in that 318 poly since it was broken in and they cleaned up, so maybe we'll just run into that with this. I don't know. If not, we can do the old, you know, hit them with map gas until all the carbon burns off, because I mean that works fine. I don't think we're gonna get any more tuning or anything in before we're at the track with Al, so I think the next part of this video is just gonna be Saturday at the track.
It's possible.
Very, very possible considering the weather looks great.
I hope it stays great.
I guess we'll pick back up at the track.
All right.
John, we made it.
We did. I don't like the drive.
It was a very long drive.
There's some serious stuff here, dude.
Yeah.
We are so screwed. There's a dragster. I thought this was tested tuned. We are going to look like total imbeciles. The thing is though, now this thing's at a drag strip.
Yeah.
So I guess mission accomplished. Let's go home. Not only are we here at Mopar Out, we're here with Dr. Art from Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
This is the first time we've seen the jet in person.
It's a heap of magnificence.
It's a pile of great.
Oh, this thing is great.
Oh yeah, it's actually more comfortable than it looks.
Did your exhaust help with the inside noise?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot. A lot. You can actually like have a conversation
And you
in
can
it.
drive it and stuff?
And like he can pull it up outside my house and I hear it's there, but my windows aren't about to fall off
So
the
yeah,
building.
The Elvis plates aren't falling off the shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it does pretty good. This thing has got a massive exhaust on it because of the headers. The flanges are bent.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't figure that out until after we put the exhaust on. Everything works as it should. 360 Magnum.
Have you tried both nitrous kits yet?
No, it hasn't gotten any nitrous yet. We figure we give it a healthy braking before it gets the gas.
Yeah.
Right now, it's probably close to about 500 miles. We're going to figure out what breaks tonight. How's your night been with Slaghammer?
That was my first run.
That was your first run? That was a good run.
We had to wait for a minute because I don't know what the hell was going on at the other end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, homie missed getting off and had to come back around.
Okay.
No, you don't come back up to the track.
He was trying to come back down the trip?
So I got two problems going on.
Yeah.
Need bigger carburetors and ones that don't leak back through. I got to make some phone calls. Hey, can I borrow a couple of carbs?
in a week?
Like I just need him for like 2.5 weeks.
But the good thing was I started off where I left off at on my last run. So I just need more carburetors. So anyway, guys, they finally showed up.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to survive. You know, I figured we just pull it up here and then like, see, the thing was it like it goes to the track. It wasn't that it like runs down the track.
You didn't go down the track.
Is that how it works?
It's time to cut.
It's time. You got like 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you break something, you got 10 days to fix it.
Right.
We don't have the money to fix it.
Hammer it. Get in the lane and hammer it.
The pressure. Here's Al making his video.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
There's Austin.
Yeah, this is like videoception now. So Art recommended we take these tires down to 18. And that's what we're gonna do. Because we have no idea what we're doing. Do you know what we're doing?
Not a clue.
We're all video recording. So I figured I'd just join in. Hey, since I have a camera now, am I cool enough?
This is a Chevy 5.7 out of a pickup truck. Deep in the harness to clean it up.
On nitrous and a turbo.
Yeah, nitrous and a turbo.
This is awesome.
This is
Cool.
It's a 7-second.
7-second Ranger.
Yeah.
I will say the first time that I ever came here to Buffalo Valley, there was a guy driving one of these, and it was bone stock, 4-cylinder, I think. But
Yeah, I see that guy.
and nothing done to it, and he's just out there beating the
Just
crap
going to
out
town
of it.
on it, having the time of his
He's
life.
He's like, I don't care about this vehicle. I'm here to just blow it up. Who are you calling out in Sykes?
There's Roland from Torque Racing Productions in his Camaro.
Yeah.
And then Ken from Toll Garage, he's also got a Ranger with an LS turbo in it.
I've heard about that.
But same setup, but he's doing a 5-speed, and he's driving his there. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Hey, John, look. This is exactly how we mounted our radiator.
This is how you do it.
This is exactly it. This is exactly what we did.
You've had some sheet metal on your vise, you drill a hole.
Yeah, just drill a hole in it.
Speed nut in there, and you're good to go.
All done. This thing is awesome, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's going on with Slaghammer?
I'm getting ready to run it again.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Does that mean I have to get in the car?
Yes, you have to go.
Okay, I guess I'll get in the car. I'm in the staging lanes for the first run of the Junkyard Jet on a strip, and it's probably going to need a lot of tuning after this, I can already tell. But I am terrified. There's so many eyes, and I have no idea what it's going to do. I'm kind of scared. The last time I was here was about a year ago with my 65 Plymouth. That car is nothing compared to what this car can do. And I have never driven a stick car on a drag strip. I've barely ever been on a drag strip. So I'm just gonna go ahead and preface this with this is probably gonna look really uneventful. Or maybe I'll surprise myself. I don't know. I'm just winging it. I have no clue what I'm doing. And a lot of these people here look like they do. It's intimidating. I've got my helmet on and I made my peace with God, so let's do this. Now you get to watch Austin get scared.
He's fine. Okay, good.
Cool.
Got the feet up. Good job, Austin.
I'm just glad that taillight's working.
He spun and then he got in it. You know, he wasn't afraid of it. He'd be good.
It fell on its face, but when it caught on, it went.
So what happened?
It needs a lot of tuning. It fell on its face immediately,
Yeah, it seemed like it spun.
and me not knowing what to do. It fell on its face, and then when it took off, it was gone.
Get the bogger, a little more RPM in the clutch, and yeah.
I gotta figure out how to get it from keep it from falling flat on its face. I was terrified. It was awesome. Let's do it 900 more times. Are y'all leaving?
They're getting ready to head home.
Yeah.
Good meeting.
Nice meeting you.
I guess we'll see you in Sykeston. I think we got time for one more. Let's get her back in the lane.
Do it.
We're setting up for round 2. Hopefully this time it doesn't really fall on its face as much. Although I did no tuning to keep this thing from falling on its face again. So this is just for fun. You're good to go. Thank you.
Had a decent slip earlier, but it kind of fell on his face a little bit, so I don't know if it needed more or less, but he's got to figure it out. I think he needs to drop the hammer at like 2,500, $3,000 and see what it does.
I lived! There's a lot more in this car. It ran the exact same time both times.
It was consistent, it's just you're not consistent.
I'm not consistent.
He's not consistent.
I'm not consistent.
He's consistently late.
I guess you can say that it definitely ran well below a 10. Fair?
Yeah.
Fair. It spun both times, and it fell on its face both times, and then when it caught, it still ran below a 10. I'm just creepily filming Al, who is filming his outro. Yeah. Now you're just showing off. I would this project a success. Because our only expectation was to go A to B down the track. And it didn't explode. What would you recommend for next time?
Blow it up in Sikeston.
Blow it up. Okay, cool. We're gonna blow it up in Sikeston. That's gonna be an expensive. Oh God. It's better to blow it up around, you know, hundreds of people that are gonna be recording. That way everybody gets good content. You can thank us later. This was fun.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
That was a lot of fun. We gotta do it again.
Hey, you get John driving next time.
Yeah, you do need to drive it.
I'm just gonna sidestep it at 6,000 RPM and see what happens.
That's why I said we're gonna blow it up in Sikeston. Like and subscribe. Do all that stuff.
Or not.
Or don't. I don't know. Do whatever. Catch y'all in the next one.